Hi everyone, hope you all are keeping safe. So in today's class, we are going to know more about the interrogative sentences. I am Shulbha Sharma and I'm going to share my wisdom with all of you. So in part 1, we learned more about simple present interrogative sentence, while the other one is past interrogative sentence. The next one comes up in the bag of interrogative sentences is the present continuous interrogative sentence. The present continuous in the interrogative form is used to ask about the situations that are going on around the moment of speaking. Like I am talking to you. So this is a moment which is in transit. It is still going on. It has not ended yet. So when we use the present continuous in its interrogative form, we start with the verb to be followed by the subject and a verb that ends with ing and then a question mark. As you can see here, after verb we have added ing. Suppose I'm using a verb called eat. So it is a rule that we add ing with it and it will become eating, go, going, sleep, sleeping, because this is still going on. The present continuous of any verb is composed of two parts, that is, the present tense of the verb to be plus the present participle of the main verb, which means the base plus ing. As I said, sleep plus ing, go plus ing, and so on. So it will become sleeping, going, etc. The basic rule for present continuous interrogative sentence is to be plus subject plus verb and ing, and then the rest of the sentence. Let's have a look at the helping verb or the to be part here. These are the to be parts. Please note that we use specific helping verbs for different pronouns shown as subject here, which are I, you, he, she, it, we, and they. So it's a universal rule that we use am with I. You, we, they will go along with are, and the rest, that is he, she, it, will go with is. So let's start to work on the sentences now. The first one is am I, then the verb, and the verb I would suggest is eat plus ing, which becomes eating, and the rest will be let's say well. So the sentence becomes am I eating well? And then of course the question mark. That is the most important thing in interrogative sentences. Again, I would say that these sentences that I am making right now are just examples for a better understanding. You all have the freedom to use whichever way you want to. The next one comes are you dash somewhere. So I would suggest are you go plus ing, then somewhere. It becomes are you going somewhere, where go is the verb, then we'll add ing because it represents continuous tense, and then the rest, which is somewhere. Next is he. I choose feeling, feel plus ing as the verb. So the sentence becomes is he feeling well, and then question mark. So there are a few days when we don't feel good enough, be it health-wise or emotionally. So yes, is he feeling well? Let's replace she with he in the previous sentence. So it becomes is she feeling well? Then question mark. Now suppose you buy something. So what comes to your mind? Am I looking good? So let's just convert that from the clothes front. We will say is it looking good? Is this dress looking good? So dress means it, which is the subject used here. So we will say, is it looking good? The next one, are we going to the temple? Go plus ing is the verb used here. So we'll say, are we going to the temple? And then question mark, wherein the temple is the rest of the sentence. Let's replace you with we in the previous sentence. So it becomes, are you going to the temple? Question mark. The next one I'll take, are they coming to Delhi? Delhi, to Delhi is the rest of the sentence, wherein come plus ing becomes coming. Please note that E will be removed from the spelling. So it will become coming. Are they coming to Delhi? Question mark. I hope, students, that you haven't forgotten that the answer of all these questions is two ways, either yes or a no. So what we understood from this slide? We understood that the present continuous in the interrogative form is used to ask about the situations that are going on around the moment of speaking. Like, I am speaking to you. I am talking to you. I am telling you something. So this is still going on. This hasn't ended yet. The next one here is past continuous interrogative sentence. So when we use past continuous in its interrogative form, we start with was or were, followed by the subject and the verb with ing. The sentence ends with a question mark, as you are already aware. For example, if I say, was I playing football when the phone rang? We use past continuous to ask if something was interrupted when the phone rang. Since it is a past tense and a continuous one, it displays that though the moment has passed, but still was it in the transit during that point of time? Was the moment still going on during that time? And that is what we call past continuous tense. The basic rule, students, of past continuous interrogative sentence is was or were plus subject followed by verb plus ing and then the rest of the sentence, which is the object. Please note that just like we used different helping verbs with different pronouns, here also there is a twist. With singular pronouns, we use was, and with the plural ones, we use were. Here we can see we have four pronouns that are I, we, you, they, which we use with were, and the rest of them, which is he, she, and it, we use was. So let's begin with the sentences. The first one is was I, verb plus ing. So I'll take was I sleeping at 2 p.m. Sleep plus ing is the verb, and then at 2 p.m. is the rest of the sentence. The next one is were you going to the market? Here go plus ing is the verb, which becomes going, and the rest is to the market, which becomes were you going to the market, followed by question mark. The next one is was he study plus ing yesterday? Was he studying yesterday? Question mark. Now if we replace she with he in the previous sentence, it becomes was she studying yesterday? Question mark. The next one would be was it raining in the morning? Here morning is a whole word. We do not add or remove ing from this word. So it has nothing to do with past continuous or any other sentence for that matter. So we will simply say, was it raining in the morning? Rain plus ing is your verb. Next one is, were you going to the temple? Go plus ing. So were you going to the temple? Question mark. Similarly, we'll say, were we going to the temple? And the last one will be, were they writing exam? So whenever we give an exam, we never say I'm giving an exam. We always say I'm writing an exam. So write plus ing is your verb. An exam is the rest of the sentence and then question mark. So it becomes, were they writing the exam? So what we have learned so far from this slide, that we use the past continuous in the interrogative form to ask the situations that occurred in the past and were in progress at every moment during a period of time. Now that we are done with present continuous and past continuous interrogative sentences, let's do a quick recap of what exactly interrogative sentences are. So in simple words, a sentence that asks something is called an asking sentence. These sentences are also called question. If you remember, whenever we would give an exam, while writing the exam, we would be asked many questions. So these questions are actually interrogative sentences. A sentence that asks something is called an interrogative sentence or a question in simple words. So what is the main function of such sentences? The main function of an interrogative sentence is to ask a direct question when someone wishes to ask something from us. That is when we ask a question and we use interrogative sentences. And asking sentences begin with question words and with a question mark as well. These are the question words which come from the WH and H family, and they are who, what, when, why, which, whose, how, etc. So here you can read these examples and get to know what exactly I mean. The words that I just said, some of them are written over here. How, what, where. Let's know more about it in the next slide. Here you can clearly see that there are a few words which we use to make interrogative sentences. Students, if you remember, I did tell you about these words in the part 1 video. So let's do a quick recap of all of these words. When will you visit your moms? Where do you live? Where shall we go? Why haven't you started studying? When did you finish your school? Where in the world did I leave my phone? Who do you love? You can tell us. Whose book did you bring me? When are the best days to go to the mall? What kind of music do you want to dance to? Please note that the answer of all these questions cannot be in yes or a no. There has to be an explanation or at least one sentence of all of these questions. The next one is the specific rules of interrogative sentences. So apart from everything that we have learned so far, there are a few specific rules of interrogative sentences. For example, the train is arriving at the station. Here is the helping verb. So it will come at the starting, at the beginning of the sentence, and the rest will be as it is. Is the train arriving at the station? Then question mark. We'll continue to know more about it in the next class. Till then, thank you so much and take care.